Hello, 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 everybody. I'm Tiffany. Welcome to my quilting life. Today's Sunday. It's so Sunday where I hopefully can get to the sewing part this Sunday. So let's see who is all here. Wait. There's a lot of you here, so it's the chat isn't even going all the way back where it starts. It's literally way far. All right, let's see. Barbara, Nancy, Joanne, Paula, Deb, June, Susan, Daniel, Linda, Katie, Teresa, Beverly, Shirley, Susan, Donna, Kathy. Where are we at? Sandra, Rena, Milena, Diane, Faith, Kathy, Tracy, Tamala, Carolyn, Mary, March, Tucker, Kathleen, Sandra, Connie, Karen, Candy, Ginny. Hello, hello, everybody. And if I missed your name, hello and welcome. Yeah, there's a lot of you guys here today. If you didn't know, the people in blue are my moderators. That's highlighted blue, and they have a little wrench again next to their name. They can help you at any time. Also, if you see me chatting, Tiffany's Quilting Life, in the chat, that's Scott, my husband, who is on the other side of the camera. So if you have any questions, ask him, and if he sees it, he will be sure to ask me during this whole thing. But back to my moderators, my best friend, one of my best friends, Teresa Louise, is here in the chat, and we're trying to get her over 3,000 subs. So if you type in explanation Teresa, it'll give you a link to her channel. She needs 56 more subscribers to hit that 3,000 mark. So come on, guys, and help support my friend Teresa. And Tucker's here also. If you type in explanation Tucker, you can go over to there. He's the most talented long armor for a kid. He is a teenager, and he is amazing with the long arms. So don't forget to head over there and subscribe as well. All right, guys. So today I guess I'll show you what I finished this week. So I finished, this was my Open Gates quilt project. Last night I finished it while I was on Handmade by Ink with Donna's channel. I finished this. All I did was binding on it because, you know, I really was not up to doing anything last night. I just did because I needed something to do while I sat here. But this is what I finished. This was my Open Gates project, and this is the back. You've probably seen me talk about it in my vlog video yesterday that came out. I talked about long arm quilting it, so that's what I finished yesterday. So that's nice and done. And it could just get thrown in the I'm done with it pile.
I'm done with it pile.
That's just stacking up over there. But today what I'm actually going to be doing is I get mail from fans all the time, and some of the projects are a whole entire complete kit. So I have this bag here. Sorry for the bag noise in the microphone, but it is a complete kit. It was started, but I am here to finally finish it. So it is a kit from Wing and a Prayer Design. It's from 2017, so it's a while ago. It's called Tranquility, and it's going to be making a 106-inch square quilt. So what I'm going to be doing the next few Sundays and in between off camera, because I'm just going to work on this continuously on and off camera, is I'm going to get this work done. But first I need to find out what is all in here, what goes to what, how, where, and why, because I don't follow patterns very well. So this right here is going to be me trying to follow a pattern. And according to this is a block of the month. So everything should be in all these little packages on their own. So there's a started block in here. I'm going to assume that this is one of these outer blocks. There's 4 outer blocks on this. So I'm going to assume that's what that's for. So there's 1 block done. And we're going to see what all this is. So this says 12 on it. This says 11 on it. Literally, they're all marked for me. That's 10. That's 5, 2, 6, 5, 9. Where's 9? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. So these are all months. This was a block of the month. It was turned into months. So what I need to do is take whatever number, like this one, 2, and find what it is in this pattern. Because, you know, again, I don't follow patterns very often. Usually I do my own thing, but, you know, sometimes I just want to get the projects that are here done. So, oh, it has a color chart. That's good that it's in color because I am not very good at distinguishing black and white. So it shows its color version and its black and white version, which is going to be on these papers. Okay, so this is the chart that just says how to make a square and a square, a flying geese, scoring up a half square triangle, which I already know, making half square triangles, which I already know, and strip sets, which I already know. So this was block 1. So this is block 1. This is block 1 because there's only one block done here. I'm going to literally put that with block 1 and keep that out of the way. So I'm going to assume, I don't know, it doesn't say, page 2. I guess we're going to be making the center block. That's 18.5-inch square for this one. 2. This is number 2. I'm going to hope that number 2 is number 2 because I don't want to cut into it and then not have enough. But we're going to see. All right, so I'm going to move everything out of the way. I'm going to move the rest of that out of the way. And I am going to attempt to do this. I can't give you the measurements. It's not my pattern, but you guys get to hang out with me while I chit-chat and work on this block. All right, 2. Let's open this up and see what we got going on here. I need that chart too, because I think I'm going to have to pay attention to the colors. Again, I'm not very good with all that kind of stuff, so looks like I'll have to pay attention to it as I go. All right, so this looks like it's fabric 6. This looks like fabric 11. Whew, there's a lot of fabrics in here. What does this one look like? Looks like fabric 2. What does this look like? Fabric 14. What is this one? Fabric 5. And fabric 9. Okay.
There's one. Reading patterns is like reading foreign language to me.
Yeah, reading patterns is foreign language to me too. You're not the only one. All right, fabric 2 is this one. We're going to cut this guy first. So, probably should press all this stuff, but I'm not going to. Why? Because I'm being lazy about it.
I can do it for you.
Well, then will you press all this real quick?
Yeah, as soon as I'm done typing.
I'm just going to move that out of the way.
Do you usually pre-starch?
No, I don't pre-starch nothing. And if I really need to starch, I'll starch the finished block because I really don't starch much. And when I do, I use the fontless starch. It's the spray stuff. That's what I usually use.
Do you need it like now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. What asking stuff?
Well, then I could read it myself. I am working on Tranquility. That is what I'm working on.
Do the picture of the kit and say, why do you start?
This is what I'm going to be working on, and I
move on
don't
this if
starch
you want
because
to
I
get-
don't want to. I think it's a nonsensical step that's not needed.
Okay, where am I?
All this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to starch. I mean, some people do. It's just me. I just don't want to. Been a while since you could say hello. Well, hello. Looking some better than last night? Nah, not really. I don't feel any better. I'm always happy and hyper for you guys. Yep. Yeah, I don't even starch the tiny little pieces.
Do we even own starch?
Yes, I own starch. Scott goes, do we even own starch? Yeah, I own starch. I only starch if I absolutely have to. Like I don't really ever feel the need. As long as you iron, and I use a steam iron most of the time, so once it's steamed, it's usually pretty flat. Got two
Are they giving you any pain relief?
No, I'm not on pain relief medicine. I take muscle relaxers, that's it. And that's as needed as well. I usually fight through it or work through it.
No pain pills.
Motorhome, and I have a fifth wheel. In the process of making a sewing studio. It gets hot in this room with the iron on and the lights on and two people in here with two computers running.
It's now hot outside.
Yeah.
It's not cold no more.
Cheap
streak ended.
Dollar General iron. That works. Any iron works. Not digging the time change. Move to Arizona. You won't have to change time. Yep, that's what I'm on, Candy. When I need it. Do what? Oh, yeah, the Indian reservation does change time. That's about it, I think. Yeah.
Indian reservations in Arizona, they still hold it change time. Okay, here. We can get started.
Thank you.
Big one. It's taking up all of them over here. And I bumped into the camera stand that's right up my feet like 10 times. Killing me. God, mate.
All right, we're going to start with fabric 2, which is this one. Just going to stack these up.
Am I ironing any more now while I'm here?
That's it for the moment.
Oh, you don't
All
need to
right.
iron all that rest of that stuff?
Fabric 2, one of those numbers.
Come on, I'm in an ironing mood.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to straighten this up.
Do you have a video to organize scraps and yardage?
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 Yes, I have videos on organizing my scraps and my yardage. Okay. Rotary cutter. Ta-da!
Tell me you're in your new chair. That is.
I am in my new chair. This is my new chair. All right, we're going to turn this around and we're going to go for the magic number that it says on my page, because I only need one of them. So right here, and I guess I'll straighten out this side too, because...
What size is considered a quilt?
What size is considered a quilt? Any size you want to make a quilt. Quilts are any size. It's the definition of certain quilts. It's the definition of a quilt to have any quilt as long as it's made of fabric, bound, and quilted. Now, sizes are all different. So you can have a queen size quilt, a king size quilt, a lap quilt, a baby quilt, a wall hanging quilt, a table topper quilt. Anything can be a quilt. There's just different, words for all of them. All right, we want right here. Can I have that Quilter Select square ruler right there, Scott? please. I'll have to grab it from my wall of rulers. All right. I need a blah, blah, blah and a half. All right. Here. Okay. One this big. Then I need two. And 1, 2, 3. Let's run it this way. Right there. 3, 1, 2, 3 and a quarter. 3. 1, 2, 3. And a quarter. Right there. Right there. Right there. 1. And 2. Right there. Right there.
Okay, do you need anything else? I'm not taking it.
Nope.
Do you need water? Do you need juice?
Nope.
Do you need
Nope. Nope. Okay. 2 of those and 2 of another number. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and a half. You got to get used to reading the Quilter Select rulers because of the way they're marked. Right there. Okay, 2 of those. Now, let's cut fabric 5, which is 5 is this one right here. What does it get? Same. Oh, nope, not same cuts. Okay. Well, let's do it this way. 2, half and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. Right there, right there. Nope, 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 don't do that. Go up a little. I'm not very good with this pattern following thing. Can you tell? Yep. I'm not very good at it at all, but we shall make it. Okay, so one of those. Move that out of the way. And that go on the floor for now. Go over there. And we need 6. Oh, okay. Well, let's do it this way.
Well, that's good.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
how you talk to yourself as you're doing it. It's so cute.
Yeah, you guys get to listen to me talking to myself. It's
think
weird
cute.
not giving the measurements, you know what I mean? I need 6 of that number. There, right there. Lined up. Like that. And yes, I've used multiple rulers during cutting. And they say to use the same ruler over and over again, but I have a tendency of swapping ruler. But to me, all the numbers, are there, whatever. It says what it is. All right, let's go this way. 1, 2, 3, and that number right there. And that number right there. 3. I need to cut 3 more. That random lovely number. Here. And that over there. Switch back to this one. Make it nice and straight. How many of you do block of the month kits? And do you do them right when you get them month to month, or do they sit on a shelf waiting for you to do it? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, this one's a whole quilt. This is more than one block.
Yeah, it's a block of the month. You're supposed to do 1 block a month, or one whatever. You know, it's 12 months worth of blocks. All right, and then I need 1 and 7/8. 1 and 7/8. 1. Let's go from the side. 7/8 is always that notch that is right before, right there, right before the next number. All right, one of those. Now, fabric 6 is this mint one right here. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. We're going to cut for that. Four, 2, 3, and 1 more. Straighten this. Turn it around. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4. There's 4 of those. What's the next number? Oh my goodness, it's like the same number almost. My goodness. All right, there. Straighten up the side. Turn it around. Will I ever get to sew today? All of it's cutting.
A lot of them like the cotton cuts.
Yeah, I've thought about doing that. All right, 12 of that number. Okay. And then, all right, so we're going to cut it this way because I need 12 of them, and you get 16 on a full cut, and I took the end off of that. So you get 16 2.5-inch squares from a selvage to selvage length of fabric. So I've cut off a certain amount, so all I need to do is cut it this way now. Probably has, no, there is no chart on any of this that says anything different. All right, so I need how many? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Aye. Are you kidding me? It's right there. 11 and an almost. I need to cut one more. What's the other number? Okay. We're just going to cut it from right here at the bottom. There's my 12th. That goes over there, and I need 4 of another number. Right there. I hate these numbers, and I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Oh, wow, Katie, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I need 4 of these. That's very awesome. All right. 1. Thumper's mouth is healing. He's been on soft cat food. Uh-oh, did I cut something wrong because I was talking. Yep. Okay, let's just do that again. He's on soft cat food, so he is getting a chance to heal better because of it. Get that last one from this. Sorry, some cuts because of the number, I'm like, you know, a little off on. Okay.
Question about the SMP voting thing. Are the quilts displayed in order of the votes or just random?
They're just random, and every time you reload the whole screen on the SMP page, it will be random again. All right, what did I just do? I need to mark these with pencil so I know what I did and didn't do. I did all these. Did this. Okay, I just did this one. Cut 12 of those. 12, okay, I had 4 of those. All right, fabric 11 is this one. Okay. Oh, I'm going to cut 2 of these first. I need 2 of certain numbers, and they're long. Okay, so I'm going to turn this and do these 2 bottom cuts first.
Katie, the lady that donated you the money, has 2 quilts for the contest too.
Yes, she does. I voted. And then the other one is 1.5. Also,
Henry Roman, whatever he got, received his package yesterday and said thank you.
oh, for fabric, probably.
Okay.
All right, so these are.
We'll say you're welcome.
You're welcome, Henry. All right, I need to move that. I'm just going to put all these scraps on the floor, you know, because that's just how I roll today. All right, lining that up, lining this up to, what is the number again? This one right here. Stay. The only thing about this Quilter Select ruler is it sticks to the fabric so well that it moves the fabric on both ends. Okay, so there's those. And then this one gets cut to.
Do you know if any of the judges' comments on the quilts entered give feedback on them?
I have no idea, but I do know that this year Becky Thompson from Power Tools with Thread is one of the judges. I know that this year. I watch her channel because she does the embroidery on her channel. There. All right, so there's 2 of those and 2 of those. And then I need to cut. Where do we cut this right here? One, two, three. That's the straight edge. There's that.
What are the prizes this year?
Long arms. That's what the prizes are this year. All right, 2 of those, and then 6. Just gonna flip that up because I only need 6. So that would be. Trying to think right now because I don't do very good math in my head.
Oh, you're very smart.
2, 4, 6. Cut right here, right there, right there. Day. Oh, didn't go all the way. Okay. And that will be that on that. One, 2, 3. Wow. 4.
What's the advantage of
5.
a rotary cutter?
The advantage of a rotary cutter is not getting carpal tunnel from using scissors. Yep. This rotary cutter itself, this one is a ergonomic one, so it's great for, as you can tell, I'm sitting and cutting with ease. What's going to go tired first is my hand, and then the hand that holds the ruler, not my wrist. All right, fabric 14 is this
Where'd
one.
you get the extension table for your Juki?
The extension table came with my Juki. If you don't get one with your Juki, then you're purchasing it from the wrong person, because every single website I have ever seen this machine on sells the extension table with the machine. It comes in the box with it. And Scott put a link in for that. All right. 2 of one number. We're going to pretend that this is the number for now because I need to straighten that edge up. One and 2. So 2 of that.
Are you Tiffany G in the contest?
Yes. I'm the only Tiffany G in the contest. Uh-huh. 6 of those. Okay. Well, let's make a nice straight edge, I guess, and cut that. Does it want me to cut them in half when it says that?
What kind of quilt will this be?
This will be a big quilt. Like, the fan being on does not help the cause. That's what this quilt will be. And I think this pattern is on the Quilting Books Notions, and yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. I was trying to see if it wants me to like pre-cut them in half for half square triangles. Let's say I needed 6 of those. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, where'd you get your machine tattoos?
Or from urbanaelements.com is where my machine tattoos come from. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more. I need 2 more after that. So I need 4 more. And then 2 more for half square triangles at the same size. All right. So that's cut and that's cut. Now fabric 15 is this last one right here. We need 4 of that number and 4 of that number. Okay. Hi, Becca. So I need 4 and that. And then I need 4. And that. Oh my goodness, I hate these little tiny numbers. The 8ths. You know, cutting on the 8ths. Those are the ones I don't like. All right, so this is the quarter one, 4 of these. 2, 3, and 1 more. 4. And then I need 4 of the smaller number. I need to straighten that edge out too. It's not very straight. Boy, this 8th stuff. 1. As long as I don't mix them up, right? 3 and 4. There's 4 of those. All right. This is the smaller one, which will stack these up nicer so that I know. All right, mark these off. Now what I need to do is using make a total of 4. From which fabrics? Which fabrics am I using to do this? See, this is what I don't like about patterns. Gotta read this now because, you know, this is what I don't like. So am I doing all of these 2.5-inch squares? Okay, so this one, for the other number, it says from fabrics 5 and 6. But the first one does not say which fabrics. Use 2 of fabrics. Well, fabrics what? All right, let's see right now. Maybe that's the number instead of being that. 2 and 14. 2 is this one. And 14 is this one. All right. We're going to turn these into half square triangles. 2 of them, 4 of them. All right. And I don't need to draw a line and sew on either side of the line. I am just going to use my seam tape that is on my machine to sew on 2 sides of my fictitious line.
One lady said wing and fur patterns are hard to understand.
Yeah, well, it seems as if this one is going to be a challenge for me, but I shall figure it out.
This is what it looks like, everyone.
I'm not a big pattern follower, so if you're new to my channel, don't expect me to do patterns all the time because I get so confused. I like to just make my own and tell you all visually. You see it on the screen and verbally out my mouth. Okay. And I'm going to square these up to... Let's cut them in half and square them up. That. And there's that, and I'm squaring them to 1 7/8. All right. 1 7/8. So I use my ruler where I line up my stitch line with the number that I need on my ruler on the stitch line, and then I cut it while it's still in half to yield me the size I need. Does it say to press towards the dark? I don't know, but I'm pressing towards the dark anyway. There's one.
You need some iron?
Yeah, in a second. Let me cut them off first. Okay. And we're going to show you right now. These are supposed to be 1 7/8. And guess what? It's exactly 1 7/8. Look at that. Yep, so I just line my ruler up on the stitch line at, each number. So I'm using 1 7/8 as an example. That 1 7/8 notch is on both sides of my stitch line. And then I just trim it like that. I've been doing that for a very long time instead of opening it and cutting it, because I find that opening it and cutting it takes me too long, and I'm all about, skipping steps and going faster. So I kind of just skip steps nowadays. Anything to get something done quicker is what I do. And then I also chop off the dog ears. I do that usually at this stage. But just wanted to show you that that's the size it needed to be. And we clip these off because of the bulk. And I usually just guess where it is. It's usually pretty good. Usually. That's a big usually. Not always. Sometimes it hangs over a bit, but that's okay. All right, there's those.
That's it?
Well, I'm going to be making more parts.
Okay.
So while other parts are being made. All right, using that 5 and 6 squares. So which one was 5? 5 is this one. I only have one of those. And 6 is this one. I only have one of those.
You need these back right away?
Oh, I have 4 of those. Yes, I do, because I'm putting something together now.
Okay.
And 5 and 6. So that's 5 and 6. I'm going to make a friendship star. Okay. So I need these and the 4 triangles that Scotty has.
Would a palm cutter from Fabric Junction be helpful?
A,
Since you have hand problems? I don't know what that is.
a palm cutter? I never heard of it.
Cutter.
I don't know what that is.
Carol asked. Carol, I don't know.
I don't know, Carol. I don't know what that is. I'm using the 3 1/4 inch half square triangles, direction total. Which fabrics? Okay. A, 2 of 2 and 5. Okay, so while I'm waiting on the iron, we're just going to start on these. HST A. Use 2 of 2 and 5. So 2 and 3 and these are the 3 1/4 ones. Let's move that out of my way. 3 1/4. So that's 2 and 5. Oh, that is 5. Which one's 2? That's this one. These 2 make half square triangles. 5 and 11. So
Okay, you got these 4
5.
done. Bam.
Thank you.
What's next?
Make that. You can wait. 5 and 11 go together. 11 is which one? This is another thing I following these and grabbing the pieces I need. So this is a combo. Let's make sure those are the right ones. Okay. And then 5 and 14. So this is 5. And 14 is this one. And that's the right size. So those is a combo. And then 6 and 15. Which one's 6? That one's this one. 2 of these. Yep, that's the right size. And 6 and 15. 6 and 15 is this one. And this was the bigger size. No, that was the smaller size because I stacked them nicely. 2 of these. But we shall make sure. Yep, and yep. Okay, and those 2 go together. All right. But first I'm going to make a friendship star.
How many years have you been quilting?
I've been quilting for 7 years now. Okay, this is the center. We're going to have this way, that way, that way, and that this way.
Did you make your shirt?
No, my shirt was made for me by my friend over at T Quilts. T over at T Quilts. You can find her here on YouTube, T Quilts, or you could go to tquilts.com. Okay, so we're going to make a little friendship star real quick. Let's get rid of this little piece sticking out right there. Is this an offcut? Oh, it is. It is an offcut. How did that happen? I need this fabric again. I must have been talking, because that's what happens when I'm talking. What was this supposed to be? 7/8. I knew it looked wrong. 1 and 7/8. 7/8 right there and right there. That's what happens when I talk. Okay. Which way was this again? That way. All right, I'm going to put my 1/4-inch seam guide on here. And if you got the Open Gates box, you recently got one of these little things. You literally stick your needle down in the 1/4-inch hole, and then I line my seam guide right up to it, so I always have a perfect 1/4-inch, because I cannot sew a straight seam for the life of me. So I have a little doohickey now to make sure that everything is good. Okay, so here we go. We're going to sew this now, the 1/4-inch seam. Number 2. Lining it up, sewing it through. Number 3. And it's probably going to have me press towards the... Which way? Does it say? Star block measures. No, it doesn't say. Make 1. Well, I'm pressing it towards the solid fabrics, not the half square triangles, because there's less bulk that way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the other side on now. If I can make 1 block in today's video, we'll be doing good. But like I said, I'm going to work on this off and on camera. I just want to get this done. All right, so I'm pressing towards out and out is what I'm doing, pretty much. And I'm just going to line them up, nest those seams. Everything should be the same exact size. Making sure everything is lining up perfectly. And it is, because of my perfect 1/4-inch seam.
Do you know what size the quilt will be?
This quilt will be 106 by 106. That's what it says on the thing. So it's going to be a king-size quilt. Okay, so there's that. So there's my little center square. Oh, and look, my Open Gates box had this in it, so I can show you what it looks like. Yeah. All right, so now I'm making half square triangles out of these guys. 2 yields 4, so I'm making 4. Okay, so let's keep these combos together. Again, I'm going to use my imaginary line. I'm just going to sew on both sides of my... I'm just lining up the corner. So like if you drew a line from corner to corner on this fabric, right here to right here, you'd be sewing on both sides. Well, if you line on seam tape on your machine, if you line up that corner on the 1/4 inch line on either side, that means you're sewing a 1/4 inch away from your drawn line. So I don't even need to draw the line. I just need to keep the corner on it. So I'm going to do all 4 of these, and then I'll come back and do the opposite side. And everything's cut the exact same size, so everything should come out the exact same size. But I think it's telling us to trim them afterwards. I don't know. I'll see in a second. I'll finish sewing them first.
Are you going to do 1 block at night or 1 a week or what?
I'm going to just work on it as I feel, because I don't know if I'm going to do 1 a night or 1 a week or whatever. There's no rush on it. I am actually making it for a friend, so whatever I get done when I get it done. There's no rush. That would be the right side. Turn it all around and sew the opposite side. And that is how you quickly make half-square triangles. All right, let's see what it says to trim them to. Make a total. Okay, square 2, 2.5. All righty, we're going to use this ruler. I'm going to cut them all in half and then square them while they're in this position. Oh, that's not a rotary cutter. That's scissors, and that goes over there. That's okay. Earlier, I had the pencil in my hand thinking that was going to be a rotary cutter. But obviously, it wasn't. One. Two. Three. This actually goes to show you guys you don't need a ton of fancy rulers to trim everything. I mean, I do own those rulers, but it's rare that I use them, but I do use them. But I usually just do this. Just cut this one, then trim the dull gears off. Right there. And right. Oop, nope, line up. Stay where I put you. Stop sliding around. Okay. That was the fabric talking back. They really had you make the pieces quite a bit bigger than they should have been made for half-square triangles. I guess they're really allotting for big 1/4 inch seams or something. almost done with these, and then I guess I'm making something with all this too.
How are you squaring them? What size ruler?
This is a 2.5-inch ruler, and I'm squaring them using that, but on the diagonal. So I'm using the seam. So if you had a, what is it called? Clearly perfect slotted trimmers, it's like that where you line up the line, except I'm lining up my ruler and the number on the ruler that I'm looking for with the line instead of grabbing that other ruler and using it to line up the gray section on my stitch line. I actually just use the ruler and the corners of it. Instead of pressing it first, then trimming it, or whatever. You can do it all sorts of ways, and this is one of those ways. And it's not like, no matter which way you do, it's not like super perfect. Even a clearly perfect slotted trimmer is not perfect because you still have to watch for the line that you're, trimming to. Did I trim this one? It looks big. Nope, I guess I did. It just looks big. And one more. Yeah, I find this way to be more time saver, I guess.
So if it's being squared at 2 inches, you put the 2-inch mark on the sewn line?
Yeah,
Right?
on the stitch line. So if it's a 2-inch, you put the 2-inch marking on your ruler, 2-inch marking, so those 2-inch corner lines would go on the stitch line. You know what I mean? And then you cut it. All right, Scott, can you press all these?
Yes,
Which way? Which way? Hold on.
Iron and I am waiting. Iron is making funny noises over there.
This one goes to this fabric. This one goes to this fabric. I got to make sure they're all going the correct direction.
Give me some of them. We'll figure it out.
One goes to that. And this one goes to that.
Ready to work.
This one goes to this. This one goes to this. And this one goes to this. All right. And then these, it's the third set. These also go towards this. What does that last one go to? It goes towards the light fabric.
Am I making a pile of this somewhere?
Yeah, right there. Perfectly fine.
Are these all ready to go?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm making them go the way the directions say.
Sounds good. Thank you. Because I won't know which way to go.
And then these 4 go towards the light fabric. This one right here. All right, those go towards that, and then all this goes in the garbage. Okay. Next, using the flying geese method,
Any tips for
and
working
in
with
general,
flushing
FG.
material for quilt backing?
What? Any tips for working with plush material for quilt backing? Try not to stretch it because plush fabrics have a lot of stretch to them. All right, I think we're doing the 4 at a time flying geese. Yes, we are. Okay, so I'm using the flying geese method. Yes, I know, 4.5.
Water, juice,
Sure.
anything?
No, I have water.
Okay.
2.5 by 4.5. So, where's the FG? Make one set of fabric 2 and 15. It doesn't tell you to start with which one, but I'm going to assume it's this one, fabric 2 and fabric 15. What? 2 and fabric 15. It doesn't tell you what size, though. Oy. Okay. Does it say on this one? No, it does not. So this, I guess I'm going to have to automatically assume. Add an triangle both FA blocks, remaining FA for friendship star using the HSD. Which one is that? D's for fabrics. Make one of 14 using the diagram. I don't know. This is why I don't like instructions. I'm going to assume it's these two big ones, though, obviously. 2 is this one, and 15 is this one right here.
Don't criticize yourself.
Let's look at it right now by putting it. No, because there's 4 of these. Oh, yeah, it's going to be this one. Yes. Okay, and then fabric 5 and fabric 6 is this one. This one also has that small number, doesn't it? Yep, the 1/8.
You can do it.
That's what it is. It's the 8th one. Aha! I figured it out without it being on here. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Nope. All right, so to make a 4 at a time flying geese, you need whatever size your big square is. These 2 little squares on top, one goes in one corner and one goes in the opposite corner like this. And you line it up with the corner, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew on my imaginary line on both sides of it. And we're going to create this weird funky shape thing. Most people pin it. I'm not going to pin because I don't pin. I'm just going to hold it down nicely. I'm going to keep this lined up with the line on my thing. Turn it around and sew down the other side of my imaginary drawn line. Okay, so there's one of them, and this corner looks funny only because I connected the thread, keeping it together. And these 2 are going to go on the other side. Just give it a second, you'll see. Let me put this one together first. So again, it goes in the corner, lining up the corner. Put this one on, line up its corner. And then sew on both sides of my drawn line. Turn it around, sew on the other side. Then I'm going to cut this in half. And we're going to have this weird funky shaped thing. I'm just going to finger press it back so that I could show you this weird funky shaped thing. It looks like a heart. Okay. Split this one in half. And then press this one back. But before I do anything, I'm actually going to send these little funky things over to Scott so that he can press them.
Ooh, I get the iron again?
Mm-hmm. So, weird funky shape thing, okay? They're going to get pressed.
I love your names.
And then we're going to put the other side on, and we're going to be making 4 at a time flying geese, except I'm doing 8, so I will have 8.
Weird funky shape.
Yep, weird funky shape thing.
I love it. There's one.
There's one, thank you. So I'm going to take my matching last square for this one, and I'm going to put it on this opposite corner. So that last and final corner, I'm going to line it up on that. It's going to hang over the top. I don't care about that. And I'm going to sew on both sides of my imaginary drawn line. Turn it around. Sew on the other side of my...
It could be bikini tops.
It could be bikini tops. And then once it's split in half, I have 2 flying geese units here.
Bikini tops.
Right here, just like this. There's 1. Here's number 2.
Bikini tops.
Just like that. Now you can press those.
I'm pressing what now?
Those. I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to put it in the opposite corner. The only corner that's left. I'm going to sew on both sides. Turn it around. Sew on the opposite side. Split it in half. Give it the Scott. And call it a flying geese block. There's 1. There's 2. So here's the 2 pressed ones, and I got to trim them down to whatever size it says I need to be trimming them to. That goes with this one. This goes with that one.
Eric says, where we just flash.
Yep. Scott flashed you. All right, let's do this one.
That's pretty good, I tell you what.
Turn them both around, go the opposite direction. Okay, snip them, trim in half, and half, and press it back. And then give it to Scott.
When we're in.
All these. All right. There's those. And now I need to trim these to 2.5, 4.5. So I'm going to make sure when I trim these that I have a 1/4 inch up here at this top point. So I'm literally going to line my ruler up at the top. I'm going to put the 1/4 inch mark on the tip point. And then I'm just going to line it up nice and square right here. I'm also making sure that everything's touching neatly on both sides. Turn it around. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it the size that it says in the pattern. And then it says whatever in half. Where's my ruler? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to cut off right here. This tip right there. And then line it up to the number I need this direction. We're going to go right there. Turn it around and square just a little tiny bit off at the side. There we go. There's 1. This is my numero 2. Line up my number. There. There's numero 2. Actually goes pretty quick once you get the hang of trimming flying geese units when you make the 4 at a time method. Trim one more time, just a little hair off this side. Right there.
Oh, well, I was thinking of it. Tell everyone we're going to be working on Etsy tomorrow and this week or something. So we have all the stuff that it's selling.
Oh, yeah, the Etsy shop will be updated sometime this week. Just thought I'd let you guys know. So everything that didn't sell at D-Stash, if you know someone that wants to buy a quilt, it should all be listed on Etsy, although we prefer if you message me directly or tell them to message me directly. It says it on there if you message me directly, but it just saves on all the fees for everybody. I just list them there. That. Now I gotta trim these. I'm gonna trim all these one side first, and then I'm gonna trim the other side second. And literally just lining up the 1/4-inch seam mark on the top. And then right there. Come on. I typically cut at the tip right here, at the corner of where the two fabrics meet. I trim away the excess because that's usually about where a flying geese unit will match up so that the number is on the other side is at the other tip. It lands that way when you do the 4 at a time method. Oops, we're going this way. So I always cut the tip off first on one side, and it's apparent that it's going to be that number, in this case 4.5, on the other side. And every now and then I'll have to turn it around and, take a sliver off the other side just so that it's exact.
To refresh on a tablet, do you just scroll down, or does it have the little circle thing?
On a tablet refresh, you just go out and come back in, I guess.
Well, without going out and coming back in.
I have no idea.
Well, the computer has the little circle thing at the top. I don't know if tablet has it.
All right, there's those now. What else am I doing? I don't know a tablet. I don't have a tablet anymore to tell anybody. Okay. Add a half square triangle A to both sides. Which one is A? A is 2 and 5. This is 5 and 2. So that's A. These were B, which is 5 and 11. Is that 11? No, this is 5 and 11. 5 and 14. And 6 and 15. 6 and 15. Okay. So we're going to take our friendship star. Oh, can you press this, Scott? Totally had space having you press this. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to add, that's for triangle A to FGA blocks.
Are you rolling on your gifted format there?
Yes, I am. FGA is 2 and 15.
It's an awesome mat, huh?
That's 2 and 15. That's A. here, here, and there. Like that. And then A, which is this one, to the sides, facing which direction? Ay, ay, ay. The dark would be the light. What does that look like on the picture? I don't like this black and white stuff. Okay, it looks like a stripy thing.
It's a stripy thing.
5. So that means this dark one goes out like that. Like that. Is that the way it goes? The top and bottom set aside.
Make it how you like it, honey.
I can't make it how I like it because then the other pieces won't match up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I can't do my own thing with this one.
Never mind.
That's the polka dotty one on the inside. Okay. Made sure everything is good. All right, we're going to hook this to this and that to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to line these up and just sew them through. I'm going to put my 1/4 inch seam guide back on here. And then this is going to go on top of this guy. This. And it's exactly the same size. And then this one will go on top of that. Line it up, nesting these two seams perfectly. Which way is it by pressing? It doesn't say. So I'm just going to press out and out. Okay. Now to add the other side. And not have thread break.
Oh, it's that cool little needle threader. I saw it.
Okay, that was weird. The thread broke when it went in. Okay. Lining up both of these. Exact same size. And last one. It's right here. All right. I'm going to go out. In. Come on. In. Nicely. And out. Right sides together. Should be exactly the same size. Blah, 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 blah. Nesting all these seams. I'm also watching for where my flying geese come together because I'm sewing to the outside of the point, not the inside of the point. All right, press that out. This one together. Everything nests up pretty good. It's laying pretty nicely. Press that under. And that out. All right, I'm going to press this real quick.
Hey, why can't I press it?
Oh, because it's got bulk.
I wasn't typing anything. I could have pressed it. You steal my job.
Yes, I am for the
She
moment.
took my job!
Well, it's not laying right, so that's why I'm doing it. I have to put the seams a certain way. Oh, come on. Lay nice, you dumb block. Are you kidding me? Come on, come on. All these bulky little flying geese things. And I don't press open, so and the pattern actually doesn't say to do that either.
I see why you took my job.
Yeah, you wouldn't have liked this lovely little block that's making a mess.
I see why you took my job. Yes, you are saving me.
Come on. These dumb little flying geese unit and pieces don't want to lay flat. They're just like being dumb. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get. Add some steam on top and call it a pretty block. All right. This is where it's at so far.
It is a pretty block.
I got to keep going around it because the finished size of this block is 18.5 inches square. So it's time to flip the page over and keep going.
Have you ever tried acorn pens for pressing?
Acorn pens. I have one and I have not used it yet. All right, now I'm going to take HSTDs, which is, D is this one. Wait a second, there's supposed to be 8 of these. Why is there not 8 of these?
I don't know.
One gets 2, gets 4. What is this? Something isn't right here. It's 2, 3 1/4. Okay. So is this one 3 1/4? This is going to give me more. Yep. Okay, I got to make some half square triangles because I needed 8 of something and I wasn't even paying attention. See what happens. Come on, go that way. So I guess I'm going to make 4 more of these half square triangles real quick. And then we're going to put them together into the next pieces. Oops, don't move. Don't wiggle. I freshly oiled too, and fresh this, fresh that, and today thread just wants to tingle and everything.
Where's your oil thing?
Right here.
Well, I'm going to show him that since the lady on the group was asking. I don't know if she's on here.
Beware, it's very oily and your fingers are going to get oily, because now mine are.
But this is what her oil thing looks like. Somebody in the group was asking about it. We got it at what, SewingMachinesPlus?
Yes.
Are you taking it? Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands. I'm touching the computer.
Yep.
You can wash your hands too if you want.
I always oil before live so that I don't have to touch the bottle because it has oil all over it. But that's okay. I keep hand sanitizer to dry my hands back out. Okay. Yeah, lately my Juki has been rejecting all brands of thread. I don't know why, but, you know, it's not happy with any brand of thread lately. Pretty sure I just need to take the tension discs and all that apart and then fix it and clean it and whatever, because, you know, this gets a full bath. Everything gets pulled apart and cleaned, you know, and I haven't done that since we, you know, cleaned up the house and moved everything around and everything. I should have, you know, took my machines apart and gave them a nice good cleaning. Okay, these get pressed towards this guy. Yep, that's the one. Okay.
Teresa says you'll love the acorn pen.
Well, I have one, and I have a refilly thing for it too. I just haven't used it. Again, extra steps. I get these things, and people send me stuff, and then I try it. I got my acorn pin in a Stephanie Stitches box that she used to send. What is it called? It was a project-y box thing, and it was a couple years ago. That goes to show how long it's been since I've not tried it. It's sitting in the drawer over there behind Scott, though. But I haven't used it.
I don't even know what it looks like, so I don't need to get it out, do I?
It's the third drawer down.
Yes. Do you need to get it out?
No, you don't have to get it out. That's just it's a little pen thing that has starch in it, and it like starches the seams. No, that's not it. Here, can you press these, please?
That's something. Of course. A horse is a horse, of course.
Okay.
They want to see a video of you cleaning the Juki. Tell them you already have.
I have 3 videos of me already cleaning the Juki and how I take it apart. All right, what are we doing now? We're building on. So 11 and 14.
Teresa wants to know how the oil comes out of the bottle. You turn the bottle upside down and you squeeze it.
Oh, yeah, you just turn it upside down and squeeze it, and the oil comes out the tip.
Yeah. It has a cap on it. You take the cap off, turn it upside down, and squeeze it.
HSTD is going with 11 and 14. 11 is this one, and 14 is this one.
She's a new viewer. She will for the videos on how to clean it.
Okay. How many units? I'm making 4 fabric, 6 squares, and 2 of each. 2 of these, and 2 of these. Right. So let's look at this darn chart again, because this black and white version is so confusing. 11 looks like yeah, I don't know. It looks like this one, and then this one looks like, what's 14? 14 looks like squiggly funny. Okay, that's going to go there. That's 11. That goes there. And then these, polka dot. Which one looks like a polka dot? This fabric 6. That's this one. Faces out like this. Okay, so I'm making 2 that look like this. Make 2 of each. So there's 2 of that.
So, Carol, you got videos of everything.
Yeah, I have videos of everything.
From making your own ironing board to making your own enchiladas.
Yeah. 4 fabric, 6 squares. 4 fabric, 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 each of 1. Okay, so where are these supposed to go then? I'm confused. God, it's confusing me. That's this one. That goes here. Okay, what did I do wrong? And 2 of each. So 2 of this one. Aha, okay, I get it. 4 of these. Da, 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 If you ever get confused with the pattern, just think about Tiffany and the duh moments that she has for those.
Put
And
little
then
fabric swatches on your pattern page.
2 of
The one that you sent me.
these and 2 of those. And I'm going to make sure that the dark, which is that fabric 15, goes in. Yep. Okay. So I'm making 2 of these and 2 of those. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. That's 4. Yep. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to make this unit and this unit. Just like this. And I'm going to put my 1/4-inch seam guide back up here. Everything's the exact same size. Did I put that right side up? I did. Did I put this one right side up? I can't tell. Did. Okay. I'm probably confusing every single one of you out there.
Teresa says she has the same bottle and the oil doesn't come out. She can put a needle down the tube.
You have to have the spout thing all the way out. So this, to get oil to come out, the spout thing has to be all the way out, in the out position, like this. Then you just turn it upside down and squeeze the bottle. If no oil is coming out, that's because there's a cap between this cap and this. There's a little thing. That means you haven't pulled that away yet. So if you took this off right here, if you're not getting oil out, see the cap thing? If that cap is not engaged in here, come on, get out of there. See? And if there's a little white thing on there, that means it's never been opened before. You need to open your oil. Huh? My hanging right there behind you.
Oh.
What do you want to know? It's 2464. What is it?
26.5 by
64. 26.5 by 64.
65. We'll say 26 by 65.
All right, these come apart in sets of 2. And then they get sewn together. So press these opposites and sew them together. I use the Juki, where is it? The
Your oil?
up there. It's up there.
Oh.
You can hold it in front of the camera. It's Defrix Juki blah 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 something or other. That's the kind of oil I use.
Tell them they can buy an off-brand.
But there's an off-brand that is sold as well. You can buy it by the gallon jug.
Yeah, we got that
or
one by
however.
mistake.
I got the small ones by mistake.
Oh, no, I did. I screwed that up.
Scott did because he ordered it and it was supposed to be something else.
I thought they were 2-gallon bottles, and yes, they showed up as 2 little bottles. So that's what I thought.
All right. Press these to one side or the other. I'm just going to press them all up that way. Up that way and up this way. Okay, can you press these for me? And make now sides using diagram for placement. So 2 rows for sides. Oh my goodness, here we go again.
These 4 things?
Yep.
At least I got my job.
Okay. Top and bottom, so 2 rows as shown. Okay, let's see what these are again, according to the chart. This black and white chart. Sides, using the diagram for placement. So 2 rows, 4 sides. It doesn't say on these one if they're A and G or whatever. My goodness. All right, so this almost fully dark one, I can't tell, is this one. So fabric 11. And then I'm making 2 sets. Oh, yeah. 6 square to both sides. Oh, I don't even know. And this one, which way? Which way? The dark light. This one faces up, down. This one goes up, and that goes down. I'm making 2 diagram for placement. So 2 rows, 4 sides. So 2 rows as shown. Okay, so I'm only getting 2 rows. So these other 2 aren't getting used yet. Okay, and the one with the flowers, fabric 11, which is this one, goes here. And the one with the swirly gig thing, that's dark, is fabric 14, which is this one right here. I hope this is correct because I honestly, okay, this one has the swirly gig one first. And then 11. Okay, well, that one looks not right. Oh, I don't like this black and white stuff. That one, bottom, that one. All right, we're just going to sew these and hope that it's correct. So these 2 go together. I don't want to mix them up. And then these 2 go together. And then this one goes on here. And this one goes on here. Hope this is right. I need to have 2 of each of these. Okay. So I need to make another one. That way. That way. And this way. That way. And then these again. First, second, first. There we go. All right, looks like I'm making it again. I'm so confused. But I'm managing. Something's happening here. It's starting to look like something. And even if I did mess up, I'm pretty sure my friend, the recipient of this quilt, when it finally ever gets done, is not gonna care if it's somehow messed up or out of place or something didn't go right.
You'll be an expert by the end.
Yeah.
One lady said.
Actually, I think it's more confusing, honestly, when a pattern is turned into a block of the month instead of it being just a whole pattern. You know, cut out all the pieces, make this section. Cut out all the pieces, make, 30 of these sections or whatever, Like, I think it's easier to just do the whole pattern at once instead of all this. And I definitely don't like black and white photos of things. All right. So this one is the same as that, and this one is the same as that. Now we need to make this next piece. These go like this. I need to make 4 of these, like that, like that, like that, and 4 of these. 2, 3, and 4. All right. Probably why a lot of people do digital patterns, because the digital can be in color on your computer screen as you're making it. Or you can even pull it up if you use a big screen as your computer screen. Be right there and it's easier to see. Turn it all around on the other side. Oh, Scott, will you press all this real quick, please?
Yeah.
Try to press them all in the same direction.
Sounds good.
And one more. All right. And then these are going to get attached to the bottom, it looks like. I'm truly hoping that this is correct. All right, and these 2. So these are going to be the 4 corners. Oh, they're totally different though. So this one will be that corner, this one will be this corner, and this one will be that corner, and this one will be this corner. And those are going to go on after the fact. Look at that. It's coming together. Lucky that time doesn't change in Arizona. Yes, it's great that time doesn't change in Arizona. When I was a kid, though, I grew up in California, so we had time change. Obviously, when I grew up, I had to change time. But as soon as I moved to Arizona, I was like, yes, I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. But now I have to worry about, like, because I have so many friends around the world and around the country that I'm like, okay, what time is it there? Oh, is it that time of the season? Is it before? Is it after? You know, I always
What type of long arm do you use?
forget. I have a King Quilter Elite machine.
Yeah, what kind of frame? Sorry.
It's on a King Quilter frame. The frame is King Quilter frame.
I'm gonna put a link in there.
Scott put a link. Oh, nope, nope, nope. That does not go there. This one goes here.
Oh, yeah, nope.
This
Okay,
one goes
nope.
there. This one goes here. And this one goes there. Right? Looking at the picture. Looking at the picture. Funky looking thing is fabric 14. Yep. And that one's the little leafy one. Yep. Okay. So far, so far. And I'll have completed a whole block. This block is as big as just making a little quilt all on its own. All right, so now I'm going to hook these units together. I'm just going to, they should be the same exact size.
Is there anything on your long arm you wish you had or would do differently?
Not really. I like my long arm the way it is. Sometimes I wish that I had gotten a bigger machine, but then other times I'm like, not the frame wise, I would have done the same size frame, but I meant a bigger head, the head of the machine, instead of having an 18-inch. But then sometimes I'm glad I didn't because of the reach. And I have the shakes all the time, so, you know, that would just annoy me even more. Because when I'm long arm quilting, every time I'm at the head of my frame, so like when I use the whole thing, even though I'm not fully in full stretch, I shake. So like the further my hands stay out, the more they shake. If that makes any sense to anybody that knows what it's like to have the shakes all the time. I'm lining up all my pieces. All right.
Hey, Mommy, hi.
Hi, Mom. All right, that one goes there. Put this guy on here. And I'm flipping seams because I told Scott to press them all one way, but I didn't know which way they needed to be pressed. So I have to manually put them the way I want them.
Have you ever considered getting an AccuQuilt? Sure makes cutting easy.
I have an AccuQuilt little mini thing. I only have one cube of dies. So, I don't know. I don't pull it out as much as I probably could, but again, it makes certain things with certain cube block pieces or whatever. So when I'm ready to make something like that, I'll use it. But I did use it to cut a bunch of 2-inch squares.
Do you recommend your same setup for a beginner long armor?
Yes. If you're a beginner long arming, yes, the King Quilter is the perfect way to go. I'm going to press these real quick. I have to make the seams go the way I pushed them.
Well, you're going to wait. You should have told me. Come over. I just told you the thing had to be unplugged. It wasn't cooperating. After a while, the old one needs to be unplugged and turned back on. It doesn't work. Did you say hi to your mommy?
Yes, I said hi to my mom.
Okay. Hey, now it's working like a champ. It wasn't getting warm the last time. Those last few ones barely. warm.
That's because it shuts itself off after 15 minutes.
I know. That's why I had to unplug and replug back in. Like you said.
Oh.
That's... You're not listening to me.
No. Keep it on.
I know my iron. That one sure as heck ain't squeak, but it's the only one I got. Miss squeak.
I'll be in the screen in just a second, guys. I got to push all these seams the way I need them to go because I had to flip them manually.
Well, if Thumper was in here, he could get on the screen, but he's not.
All right.
The life of the show.
Yeah, Thumper is not in here, though. He is probably in his hidey hole. The life of a cat. Eat, sleep, poop. Eat, sleep, poop.
Yeah, you got 600 people in here.
Wow. Well, welcome all 600
Second
of
time
you.
you've ever had 600. There was only one other time.
That's a lot of you. Don't forget to check out my friends' channels on here. My friend Teresa's trying to get to 3,000. I don't remember what my friend Tucker is at. Don't forget you guys can go check out their channels. That just tells everyone what the link codes are.
Oh, I know.
All right. I got to relook at this.
There's Beth on here, too.
Oh, nope. That
Isn't
goes.
that good?
Yes. That one goes there. That one goes there. That one goes there. And this one goes there. Okay. Look right? Okay. Looks right. Oy. None of these are. They're all pressed opposite again. I'm going to still put them together.
Hey, you pressed those ones.
No, these are the wrong way.
Oh, I pressed them how you handed it to me.
Yeah. It's okay.
Do you want me to repress them? I'll
Nope.
repress them.
I'm going to flop the seams. All right. So that's going to go out like that. Put this one on this side. This one is good.
Is your mom okay in California?
My mom should be okay in California. She's on here. You can ask her. Where she lives, I don't think she got any flooding or anything from the storms that have been ravaging California. And all we get of it is the humidity and the clouds. All right. Here. Which way did I press? Out. Okay. That's out. Put this one on here. Turn it around. I'm going to go ahead and finger press this seam that opposite direction. That way I know to fix it when I get to the iron. All right. There we go.
Are you going to take a break?
Uh-huh. Yep.
I didn't even realize that you were doing well.
Okay. I'm going to put this side on one side and then the other side. Put the top and the bottom on. And then this will be complete. Oh, and the two sides. I got to put the two sides on as well. Why these seams? Can I push this one the other way? I can. Right here. Come on. Go where I tell you to. Stay where I put you. This quilt is going to be all sorts of weird behind the seams. Get it? Behind the seams or you can't see it?
That'd be a good name, Behind the Seams.
You can't see them because they're all flipped this way and that way. Oh, that's kind of funny that everything matches up, but the directions didn't say which way to press anything, and I'm automatically assuming because of the colors which way I should be pressing things. So now I'm flipping the seams so that they nest nicely and lay flat, or at least mostly flat, as best as I can get it. I'm going to take it to the iron before I commit to hooking the top and bottom though first. That way I can get it to lay the way I forcefully put all this stuff. Yeah. These darn seams. This is the funkiest ever. It goes that way. I press that way. And some of these are just going to go the opposite way because they are not flat. Okay.
It'll be awesome.
Yes, it'll be fine. I will make it fine. Which way did those go? Those went out, so these go in. Okay. And that goes inward. That. Stay where I put you, Mr. Seam.
Mr. Seam.
Mr. Seam.
Mr. Seam needs some steam.
Okay. Let's see. This goes on here. This goes on here. The rest of these flipped ones, once this goes on here, I have no control over because everything is pressed a certain way. And hopefully they are all going to be neatly on each side of each other. Looks good so far. Looks good so far. So far, so good. So far, so good. That's the way it goes. And that's not the way that one goes. I had to flip one seam. All right. Let's put the other side on. So I had to flip one seam, that whole thing. Let's see what this side does, because these are all different too. Nobody's going to be taking the quilt apart and looking at the inside. Although if my friend is watching, she'll be like, darn it, Tiffany, what were you doing? And yeah, she's not going to take it apart.
I don't know if she's still on.
I shall press this now. Just going to keep the seam and roll it back.
That's a beautiful walk. I tell you what, I like it.
It's the center.
It's tranquil. It's tranquility.
All right. Keep this. Fold it back. Okay, now to put the final pieces around my block. So 2 of these go on each side like this first. Oh, actually, these are the shorter ones. These go on 2 sides and those go on 2 sides. And then this block will be ready for the center of the quilt because this is the center. It's weird that it had the pattern, had you make one regular block, then the center. Why doesn't it have you do the center, then all 4 sides? All the 4 cornery ones, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know, but I will sew. And everything's exactly the same size, so everything's lining up perfectly. I swear, my machine sounds funny today. Just gonna press the corners. Yeah, feel lazy about it. Just the 4 corners. Add this, and then press it at the iron. It's laying flat. Line up the side. Hold it still. Turn it around, put this one on. Well, at least all the bigger pieces came out the right size. So you know I'm doing something right. I just have struggles following other people's patterns, that's all. All right, I shall press and be right back and show you the completed block for the center of the quilt that I am putting together for the next couple weeks, or however long it takes me. Hopefully no more than a couple weeks. I'm turning a block of the month into a block of the whatever. Get it done. One last side. And I should have an 18.5-inch center block. Ta-da!
That's awesome. I like it.
So there's my center block for my Tranquility pattern. Wow, I got a lot to build. I got some friendship stars with some checkers to go around this next. I wonder how it's going to have me make all that, you know? Like the strip units with the flying geese, that doesn't look hard. These 4 blocks don't look hard, and the sawtooth stars are not hard in there. But this whole center thing, that's probably what's going to be confusing, and I definitely don't know when that is, but when I get to it, I get to it. So that's going to get a check mark because it's done. I marked block 2 on it. Now I know that it's done because block 1 was already done. So there's the block 1. Just needs to be pressed. It's been shoved into the thing. All right. So that's done. I'm just going to put all this together and work on it again whenever I get to it again. So that's it for now. And I have all this lovely pre-marked packages of the months to go through and start working on. So next I will be doing number 3 and then 4 and then 5 and so on and so forth. So there's that. I did the center in 2 hours. Only because the black and white really screws with my brain. So I want to thank you guys all for hanging out. Do you have any questions or anything? Nice to meet all of you who are new to my channel, and thank you for joining in, by the way. I like it. It looks really cool. All right. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I try not to go too much more than 2 hours. Don't forget to head over to my friends' channels and hit that subscribe button for them. And I am going to go. I love y'all. Thank you for hanging out.
Where's this kit from?
Oh, this kit is from Wing and a Prayer Design. I don't know who puts the kit together. It's a Timeless Treasures pattern kit from Wing and a Prayer Designs.
And you can't give sizes?
Yeah, this is, I can't
give
give you guys the sizes of anything, but this is a 2017 pattern, so I have no idea if you can still even find it, but try QBPN. Put that in the chat, Scotty. If you type in Tranquility, they might have it because they have a lot of older patterns on there, and you can just find 15 of your own fabrics and put it together.
I've been putting that in the quilt
Yeah.
patterns in Notion.
Yeah, they probably have this because they have some older ones, but yep, that's it. Yep, and I could tell you like the finished size is an 18.5-inch block. So, I mean, it took a while to get there, but it's there. It's done. And yeah, so on to the next step. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. He's making sure he saw all your guys' comments.
Well,
Bye.
Sure all the questions.